Hi peeps, I need your honest opinion. One of my best friends is getting married in October this year. The engagement happened in February and the bachelorette party is supposed to happen in September. Keep in mind that this is taking place in a European country. We're normally not as big on weddings as Americans. So I was invited to the bachelorette party via a WhatsApp group in May, so 4 months in advance. A quick overview of what the wedding will be. It's going to be just at the courthouse with bride and groom, parents, siblings, and one MOH plus one groomsman, plus dinner after that. In the group chat, 7 other girls were invited, including me. We're not invited to the wedding. All the bachelorette plans came from the bride, and the MOH had to execute them in the group without her. Plan was one whole day together, breakfast, spa, dinner, club. We were expected to carpool together, so no getting away on your own. This was apparently already the modified version, since the bride originally wanted a whole weekend but most people could not make that. Also, this is very uncommon in my country. Usually here you get one evening. Now in the chat, 3 people including my expressed we would not be able to make that for different reasons. One of the girls is a new mom and does not have the greatest support network. I suggested to split the day into 3 parts: breakfast, spa, evening whatever. Each person, we're all in our late 20s and not the richest, could then decide what part they are able to attend financially and time-wise. This idea was highly liked by many apart from the MOH. She said it's an all or nothing thing, so I dropped out. I can't afford it financially, unfortunately. But this is not about me. The other girl, new mom, also dropped out because she would not be able to leave her baby alone for a whole day while still exclusively breastfeeding. Baby doesn't take a bottle, etc. Now the bride said to her something along the lines of, "You have 4 months to plan this. You can train your child to be able to be without you for a day until then." And something like, "I did so much for you, now you can give me something back and be there." Note, the bride has no kids. They broke the friendship over this comment. Now I know this is not my fight, but I am feeling so down about my friend. I don't get how someone can expect something like that from a friend. Or am I unreasonable and she is right? We are still friends, but we plan on talking about it again because this does not align with my values and I want to know who I'm actually friends with. Also thinking about how this could have been me if I had kids. Please tell me your opinions on this. I, 21F, and my husband, 22M, planned our wedding with little help and funded all but about 20% ourselves. My parents contributed 20%, and although my in-laws promised the same, they never came through. Before I get too far into the story, let me just say, my in-laws have enough money for a vacation home and many trips each year. All their children are grown and gone, so no additional mouths to feed at home. Our half of our reception venue held 225 people max. Another wedding was to be held in the other half. We invited 75 friends and split the remaining 150 invites between the 2 families. Although I have a large immediate family, my extended family is not numerous and 75 was plenty. My Italian-American in-laws complained for months that the number of invites was insufficient because they felt a need to invite every cousin and friend or risk extreme embarrassment. We held firm since we didn't have a choice due to the venue limitations and our budget. They weren't offering to pay anything anyway. All the invitations were sent by me based on the lists received from the moms. RSVPs returned indicated we were to expect 210 guests. A week prior to the wedding, we learned that the party that had booked the other half of our venue had canceled their wedding. Unfortunate for them, but good for us as the entire venue was available. The event planner suggested we simply spread out the tables to fill the space. 2 days before to the wedding, the groom's family hosts the rehearsal dinner. It was to be held at a restaurant, but last-minute change of plans. They didn't want to spend money, so spaghetti dinner in the basement for everyone. I don't eat pasta, I know. Who doesn't eat pasta? But Emile knew this and did it anyway. Day of the wedding, FIL and BIL were drunk by noon and taking bets in the back of the church on how long the marriage would last. Big yucks with anyone they could flag down. ML shows up wearing her daughter's old prom dress because the dress we bought her was returned for the cash. Unfortunately, the prom dress is 3 sizes too small and the straps pop off just as she was walking to her seat. She had to hold her bodice throughout the ceremony. She borrowed another dress for the reception, at least it fit. We get to the reception venue and start noticing guests that were not on our list. Turns out my mill invited another 75 guests over the phone and they showed up. Who does that? At first she lied and said she didn't know why they showed up, but after talking with a few of the extras we found out she had told them their invite was lost. Thankfully we had a buffet and the venue had made more than enough food, but they charged us by the plate and had to scramble to set up more tables. We had 285 guests total. If the other wedding had been held, we would have had to turn people away. Thank God for small favors. My parents had to cover the difference. But wait, there's more. The venue had asked us to bring containers for them to box the leftovers for us. These were meant to go home with my parents who were hosting the after party. Shortly after dinner, the event manager tracked us down to let us know my ML had been asked to leave the kitchen. She was trying to take the leftovers out the back door. She had also brought shopping bags in with her to take pastry and wine home, which she had stowed under a table. One class act. I should have known the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Within a year, my husband had cheated on me, lost his job, started using his hands on me and gambled our mortgage payments, which I paid and lost. Took way too long for me to recognize all the bright red flags, but I'm now in a healthy relationship.